Hello there. I'm After doing the NBA preview extravaganzas, I have decided that I'm going to make my picks without the spread. There's a couple reasons for that. Number one is that the spreads are different. You get a spread in Bleacher Report, you get a spread from Vegas, you get a spread from Harrah's, from Jersey. You get different spreads. So, it's an overcomplication. And any of you that know me in life know that I just don't need complications. So I'm gonna pick them bare. No, I'm not gonna try to do the not just because it's easier, just because it's my sanity, really. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is every morning that there's an NBA game, I'm going to make the picks for that following game that evening. And tonight, what I'm going to do, as I'm filming this for tomorrow morning, is to pick the games for tomorrow night. But I'm also going to, because there's only two of them, I'm going to pick the games for Wednesday night as well. So there won't be a picks video Wednesday morning. It'll be just this one for tomorrow and for Wednesday. So let's go to the first two of them. We have the Warriors visiting the New Jersey Nets, and looking at the injury report and everything else in all these games, some of them are affected more than others. This one, not so much. I'm going to pick the Nets at home over the Warriors. It's a big emotional game for KD, particularly, but I think they just have a better roster at this point. Losing Klay Thompson is a big loss for the Warriors. Clippers are heading basically into a what I think is going to be a much improved defending champion. Try to say that 10 times fast. The Lakers are much improved. That roster got much improved in free agency. Clippers did a lot of subtracting. They subtracted a great coach, and they subtracted the best six man in the NBA. I think the Lakers are going to win their opening tiff with the Clippers tomorrow evening. Switching to Wednesday night's games, the rest of the 13 openers. I'm going to pick the 76ers at home over the Wizards. It's going to take some time for the Wizards to gel after the trade with the Rockets. I think that 76ers bringing in Doc Rivers. I think the 76ers are going to have a pretty good season. I don't see that much as far as injuries in that game. So 76ers over the Wizards, mainly at home, mainly because they're home. I'm going to take the Heat on the road against the Magic. I'm going to take the Hornets on the road against the Cavaliers. Those are two fairly mismatched games. I'm going to take the Pacers at home over a Knicks squad that I think Thibodeau is going to greatly improve the Knicks, but they still have Dolan as an owner, and that's going to be an impediment. So we're still going to take the Pacers at home. Kemba Walker's out for Boston, so Boston hosts the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to take that on the road without Kemba. With Kemba, I think they win. I think the Celtics would win that game. So we're going to take the Bucks on the road because of the injury. Raptors are hosting the Pelicans. I think the Raptors take that game. Siakam is going to return to form and not the underwhelming version of him that they saw in the bubble. We're going to see the Hawks take the Bulls on the road. I think the Bulls are going to be a greatly improved team. Billy Donovan can coach. That team is going to improve, but it's opening night, and they still have less of a roster than the Hawks do. So I think the Hawks take that on the road. The Pistons are going to go on the road to the Timberwolves. And as much as I love Saunders as the coach of Minnesota, I still think Dwayne Casey's going to greatly improve the Pistons in year two. And I think that the Pistons have enough to get that done on the road on opening night. The Grizzlies are going to take the Spurs at home. I think Ja Morant is enough. The Spurs, it's a weird roster that they got. They got a great coach. The Grizzlies have a pretty good roster, and I think they've got something that the Spurs really don't have an answer for, and that's Morant. See the Rockets taking the Thunder. Rockets are going to be at home. They're going to take that game over the Thunder. I think the Thunder is going to resemble a G League team a great deal of the time, and I don't see this as being an exception. They stripped the roster. It's ugly. They should be very pissed off in Oklahoma City right now. Just my humble opinion. That and a $5 bill, you get a cup of coffee. Do the math. It's worth less than zero. Okay. I'm going to take the Nuggets hosting the Kings. I'm going to take the Nuggets in that game. I'm going to take the Jazz over the Trailblazers. Jazz on the road against the Trailblazers in Portland. Main reason is point forward, Zach Collins is out. He is a pivotal piece of whatever the Trailblazers are doing. And they need a little bit more help. But I think having Collins out is going to be a big deal against the Jazz. Spider Mitchell's it's going to be formidable anyway. But without Collins in the lineup, I have to take the Jazz on the road. And I think they are marginally better than the Trailblazers at full strength anyway. And the final game, Porzingis is out for Dallas. So I'm going to take the Suns at home against the Mavericks. But I see the Mavericks being a top seed when this is all said and done. So again, we're going the Nets, Lakers, Sixers, Heat, Hornets, Pacers, Bucks, Raptors, Hawks, Pistons, Grizzlies, Rockets, Nuggets, Jazz, and the Suns. Enjoy this 2-night opening night, and I will catch you later. Please share, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Peace out, me homies. See ya.